In over here. Oh, there we go. Oh, try reconnecting. We got all types of things over here. Let me see if I can get to fix this one. Move this side over this way. Yes, guys, this is no makeup. I was busy. Had a busy day, doing some things and around the house. But I have my, do you see my peace, love? What does it say? Peace, love, and happiness shirt. I have my peace, love, and happiness shirt thanks to It's a Happy Life. And I also had on my Happy Life, my Happy Life hat today, y'all. I had on my Happy Life today because I was choosing, I'm gonna put my little, let me fix my little thing here. I was making a conscious decision today to choose to have joy, to have peace. As you all know, first of all, hopefully you saw the video that I shared about my family and I going bowling yesterday to celebrate my brother's 53rd birthday. We know that when it comes to birthdays, anniversaries, the holidays, it can be one of the most difficult times, especially when you lose a loved one. And it's a loved one that is close. And a lot of things, a lot of emotions, triggers start to occur. And so today, YouTube, I haven't posted yet, but I'm going to post that video. And so yesterday, as I said, was my brother's birthday, and he would have been 53 years young. 53 years young. And so yesterday, I made a decision. I reached out to some of my families who was able to. I said, let's go bowling. Let's go and honor Phil because my brother was really athletic. One of the things that he loved bowling, and he loved all types of sports, but he was really good at bowling. Loved working out. When he would bowl, he like tear the pins apart, really and truly. And it just brought me to a really happy pace because that was something that we used to do. Even as children, we every Wednesday when we were in elementary school, they would take us bowling. That was one of our happy moments. And so, I decided that during that happy day, the day of not being consumed with the loss of him, but just celebrating his life and the great relationship that we had. And so, as I said, some of my family members were able to do that, and we just had a really great time. And so I realized that when it's these seasons of loss and anniversaries come, okay? Hello and hi, and anniversaries come, birthdays, as I said, anniversaries, the holidays, and that loved one is not there, and you can really get consumed with the loss and with the grief. And so I did not want that. I didn't want yesterday to be that type of day because it can easily happen, as I just reflect and he's not here. And usually we will go out and have lunch or dinner or something to just celebrate his birthday. But, we're not able to do it because he's not here. But I said his spirit is still here. And so we just honored the spirit and the memories and the great bond as we create new memories together as family in this season. So I'm really thankful for that. So it wasn't a day, of course there was times when we were sad. There are some moments that we were definitely sad, and sometimes it was we couldn't say anything. We just knew how each other was feeling. But one thing we do know, at the end of the day, we're not in this alone. At the end of the day, it's so important that we make a conscious decision that when you are in the season of loss and devastation, and let me say this, let me probably this, that loss is not just the loss of a loved one, right? Any type of loss is devastating, all right? And I've experienced types of loss, as a financial close, I've experienced a loss of money, and I'm not talking about a couple of hundreds, I mean a couple of thousands, being sued, foreclosure, bankruptcy, all that type of business. And that was a devastating season. Oh my gosh, that was a devastating season. And then in this season of losing my only sibling, my brother, and then 7 weeks after that, losing my father, it's the grace of God that I've not lost my mind. But why? Because I've made a decision. And so I've also realized that there could have been a financial loss, because could you imagine having to, and I shared this, having to buries two people in less than a few weeks, having to spend over 60 something thousand. But one thing I realized, and as I share with you all, right, and I'm in this space, because I'm Lord's will, I will be 52 in another couple of weeks, months, right? January, I cannot believe it. And I'm so glad that my brother, my father were clients of mine, making sure their financial house was built, right? Creating a simple budget, a simple game plan, right? Making sure those 8 levels as it relates to building your financial house, right? Because we can spend more time planning for weddings, planning for birthdays, and we do not take the time that we need to plan our financial life, right? Because at the end of the day, one thing about it is that retirement is not an age, it's a number, right? And I know for myself, a lot of my colleagues, people who are in my age bracket, we never got taught the money game, right? We got caught. And you're like, what you mean by getting caught? Yeah, we got caught working, grinding, and paying bills. And it's not to the realization, which I'm so glad when those things that happened to my husband and myself, that we were making such a conscious decision that we have to understand the money game, and so that we can help others. And so now for me, this crusade is even that much more passion and stronger because of what I experienced, the loss and the devastation, and how things could have been so much worse, right? It was already worse losing the level, but financially, right, when you have a loss of a level and have financial loss in the process. And my brother didn't have any children. My children were his. It could have been really a greater loss, and I would not wish this on anyone. And when the money is not right and you're trying to figure out how to manage life and sustain your life, and having to deal with the loss, and things are not in order, it's rough. It is absolutely what. So I want to encourage you as a licensed financial rep. One of my greatest passion is when I can take someone who has never saved, never invest, create simple game plan, and show them the 8 different levels of making sure their financial house is in order, right? And customizing it, right? Making sure they have the income protection, they have an estate, right? And they that realize, wait, I don't have to be wealthy to do this. No, you start with where you are, then you can build your wealth. This is the thing. You don't wait till money comes. You don't wait till money comes. You start with where you are and start building. You start grinding. You start making things happen. If you wait to a perfect season, you never start. So that's why I tell people, you start with where you are. All right. We start looking at your budget, what's coming in, what's coming out, and unapologetically, and don't feel embarrassed because I had it. So not to make you feel embarrassed, but to just create something that you can see your success sooner than later. So my greatest joy is when somebody says, "Oh, Teacher Melanie, Mel, I can't believe I saved this much in this period of time," which I never thought I could even save and invest, right? Because listen, I don't do this just to say you have to invest as well, because money is a tool. And if money is not working for you just as hard as you're working for it, then there's a problem. There is a problem. There is an absolute problem. So we understand the tool of how to put things together. That's why it's so important to understand the 8 levels, right? And I talk about, I'm like, what's the 8 levels? The 8 levels that I talk about when it comes to the financial house. And I'm telling you from experience that it is essential to start with where you are. You do not have to wait till things are perfect, right? You start with where you are, and then you go from there. And you'll be so surprised. You'll be so surprised how you see things start coming together, because now you made a decision. This is the key. You've made a decision that I have to make sure that my financial house is ordered, right? So the foundation, income protection, that's protecting, heaven forbid something happen, whether you're single or married, right? That things are in, that you have that income protection, half tax life insurance, right? I'm not talking about what type, right? Something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing, right? Now you have your estate planning, right? You have your short term, you have your long term investments. If you have if you have children, right? Custodial planning. If you have debt, how to effectively manage your debt properly to pay it off sooner. Oh, I had a really great weekend with one of my clients. So we were just putting back. She was like, Coach, I made a couple little boo-boos. And I was like, it's not a problem. This is how we're going to get back on track. This is how we gonna get back on track. By the time we finished with the Zoom, she was just like, God, you made it so simple. That's what I believe, keeping it simple. And then on top of that, you have that, but making sure that you have monies coming in outside of just a job. If you have a job, okay, and what things you need to have in place, right? What are those different levels? What skill sets you have, or maybe you're just like, I don't know, have any skill sets, but I want to do something. I have that. I can show you some things that you can be at home and learn the financial game, right? Learn the money game. And while you're learning it, you're able to help somebody else out in the process. So you're even learning it that much more faster, right? You're creating a business. You're creating a business. How awesome is that? But I want to let you know that if you are 50 and beyond, that's what I'm talking to, right? If you are 50, you're fabulous 50 and beyond, I'm talking to you, because I'm realizing more and more that my age group we don't have the investment and the savings. We don't have it. Oh, we didn't get taught, so we now we're just like, well, I guess I'm gonna keep working. No, you don't have to do that. And if you think you're gonna work for the rest of the life, you do not have to. There's some catching up that you do have to do. Let me say that, right? But you do not have to. You totally do not have to whatsoever. But you do have to get wise counsel, right? You do have to get some type of, even if it's not me, okay? Even if it's not me, that's fine. Get something. Get to the point of understanding the money game and what you need to do, and start with where you are. Start with doing simple. It is simple. But it's not simple if you get the information and don't do anything, right? Getting the information and doing nothing is unexcusable. But getting the information and executing, doing a little bit at a time, oh my gosh, you will see results sooner than later. So what am I saying to you? If you are 50, fabulous and beyond, and you don't have enough saved, you don't have enough invest, or you say I have a savings, but it's not enough, we need to talk. If you have very little investment or no investment at all, we got to talk. Or if you're in a job and you're not doing anything right, they offer you the 401k plan and whatever 403b. You said I can't do that. I need all my money, and I'm saying you got to take care of yourself first and understand what it means to pay yourself first. Because pay yourself first does not mean to go shopping. Hello, somebody. It does not mean to go shopping, right? It means that you are putting yourself, because you're getting out of that poverty mindset where you think that things, or it's more things that I need. You do not need more things. You need more ownership. So now things don't own you, but you own it. Now money is not going to end with you, because now you have more assets, right, and less liability. Now you understand, oh, I got to make sure I pay myself, then pay everybody else, right? The bills will get taken care of, but you got to make sure that you are on top. You are the priority on that list, on that budget. Simple things. Okay, simple things. So if you are interested in meeting with me, I do offer a free complimentary 15 minutes, just to kind of see where you are, how I can help, see what's your goals and dreams, what you're trying to accomplish, and then we get to go from there. And then we can see how I can, if I'm a good fit for you. Because I might not be a good fit for you, and that's okay, right? I could maybe direct it to somebody who might be. But I want to celebrate you for making a decision to reach out in the first place. To reach out. So I pray this was helpful and encouraging. And I want to encourage anyone, if you've experienced a loss, of a loved one, right? Or any loss for them. Let me say that. If you experience a loss and you're in a season right now where it's like you can't see your way out, it's consuming you. First of all, get help, because that's one of the things I know for sure that has been so helpful to me is getting into a group, a support group, some type of counseling, because a loss could be, especially when it's a loss of a loved one. And as I say, I don't get any losses is bigger than other, right? But I'm just saying from my personal experience, a love of a loved one, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. And to tell you that for me every day is no, right? Some minutes, days are good, and there's moments where in the midst of those happy days, there's a moment where I do cry. There's moments, and I have my moments, and I quickly say, okay, brush yourself off, girl. We got to move on, because we cannot stay here. Because when you get consumed with grief, it can destroy you. It can absolutely destroy you. That's why I say you have to make a conscious. It's a decision, and it's a choice to say, I'm going to continue to live my life despite of how I feel and what I'm experiencing. I'm going to take this pain that I have and turn it into something that's purposeful, that can be a blessing and to help somebody. That's where I am, because when I do that, I find great joy and I find great peace. I want to turn my pain into purpose. Turn it into something that's going to encourage. Challenges that I experience, loss that I experience, I want to encourage someone, because it gives me great joy of what I've learned and experienced. There may be some things you don't have to even go through whatsoever. So with that being said, my fabulous piece, I hope this was encouraging, supporting as you navigate this journey. And if you are 50 fabulous and beyond, go ahead, connect with me so I can help you to create a customized financial game plan. Yes, I am licensed. I am licensed in multiple states, no matter where you are within the United States. Let me say that. And as well as but what am I licensed in? I'm licensed as a financial rep. That means all types of types of investments, from the womb to the tomb. That's what I can do, from the womb to the tomb. That means retirement plans, custodial plans, regular investments, life insurance, estate planning, as well. You name it, I can do it. Business development, as well, because I do specialize in helping people to start home-based business as well, right? If that's something that you are interested in, and so you can have more money than month. Now, we don't want no more have no month. We want to have more money, right? And just what skill sets that you do have that you can able to monetize and get your own stuff out the way. Get your own stuff out the way. All right. So, anyways, my fabulous people, like I always say, remember to pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Make it a great day. Bye.